attend just about any outdoor art festival in this country, there's a lot to take in. There's food, there's music, and a lot of friendly people that just want to look at and buy art. These artists come from everywhere, basically with the same intention, to have their works showcased, viewed, and purchased by people that truly love art. These truly are the real artist road trippers. They spend months at a time out on the road, going from festival to festival. We stopped in at the Cherry Creek Arts Festival and I caught up with a couple. Let's see what they had to say. First I talked with Gennady Grishnevenko. He and his wife Signe make these really cool pieces of art using old photographs as inspiration.
I don't know, you can call it music and lyrics, or, you know,
I see, yeah, it's a collaboration.
Yeah, collaboration, and this is our first time here at the Cherry Creek Art Festival. We love it. We just won the Jurors Award last night. That means we're coming back next year without having
to go through the process.
And,
right,
yeah.
That's awesome. That's is there a driving force that for you?
We collect vintage photographs, and so basically all these paintings are based on vintage photos. Usually like discarded family photos that we find in different places, and we bought them, you know, like lots of them from like eBay auctions and sometimes like antique stores and so forth. So I think the fact that they're not like overly resolved as far as like being specific people, it draws people's imagination into them, so they can kind of project their own feelings or memories in the piece. So I think that's been a very successful situation for us with, and also, you know, our colors are very contemporary, so there's kind of a marriage of a little bit of a nostalgia and kind of a contemporary look.
The biggest challenge of going out on the road?
You know, I think the biggest challenge is to probably get accepted into good shows and also have a work that people respond to, and you know, you can make money to pay for these trips. Right. This is not an inexpensive adventure for sure. Next, I talk with Lisa Kattenbraker, who often uses batik in her whimsical pieces. As she states on her website, she invites the viewer to bring in their own emotional moment into her experience.
The art show circuit is that it's not something that is taught as a viable option for an artist as a way to make a living, and it really is a viable option.
You're right, it isn't something you plan as a career.
Yeah, no, and I don't think, I mean, in art school itself, it's not, they don't train you to go out on the road and sell your work.
So how's the artists that do festivals a different breed? We're working artists. We go home and we work constantly. Things to bring out to the people, and that's what I love doing. I would rather be here with the people, knowing who's looking at my work, knowing who is going to be buying it, knowing whose home this work is going to be living in. I think it's just a different way of going about it, and I feel like I don't want to say it's a lot more, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but this is what we love to do. So you came all the way from Olympia, Washington, right?
Yes.
How many shows do you do a year?
I do about 12 a year.
And it's all year around?
I have children. I have 2 children. My husband's an artist as well. My kids are in school now. We used to do shows all year long, and now it's really like May to September so that I can be home and work and be with my kids. And they come with.
Using found materials, these sculptures are a unique expression by sculptor
Louis Tardy. And you're from Michigan?
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo. And you've done this show in the past?
This is my third year here. It's been, I think, 5 years since I've been back. But I've shown at other locations in Colorado.
Since we got a little room over here, let's look at this one. If you could, what's the process in this one here? How much time do you think this one would take?
Well, the process is welding found parts and cutting and grinding and assembling them in a way to create my vision. Time involved in a piece like this is about 60 to 80 hours. I generally create about 25 or so sculptures a year working full time, and that's been pretty consistent average over the years.
And how do you like the Cherry Creek Arts Festival?
It's a great festival when you can get in.
So is this your first year here?
Second year. Last year was my first year.
And how did you do last year?
Did real well.
Yeah.
It was actually my best show ever.
Really? Yeah, I like your work.
Thank you.
And you came all the way from where?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Nice.
13 hours.
Wow.
Not too far.
And how have you liked the show so far this year?
Been going great.
Yeah.
The weather's actually a little better than last year, and I get to stick around this year. I'm going backpacking.
Oh, nice. What is your inspiration for your work?
I've got lots of inspiration. Anything from buoys to bobbers to mechanical industrial objects that kind of have a life of their own and become animated themselves.
How often do you do a show?
I do about one a month. One, maybe, average 12 a year. In December and January I don't do any, but I'll double up on a couple throughout the year. So about one a month.
Go ahead. In a drain pipe.
And finally, a fresh of breath sea air are Beth Ann Carver's paintings that really celebrate life. How many years have you been coming to the Cherry Creek Arts Festival?
11 years.
What's your favorite thing about Denver?
Everything.
Yeah, it's good. They really support art. I'm going to pan around and see some of your pieces here. What inspires you to do some of these pieces?
A celebration of feminine joy and friendship and women getting together and behaving badly and enjoying every minute of it.
That actually sums it up pretty good. Do you see that a lot of the sea stuff sells here in the mountain states or all over the place?
I've sold my work everywhere in the country because I think this work speaks to, it pulls at your heartstrings and it speaks to people emotionally from the heart.
That's exactly what I was going to say. This is a really emotional attachment to a lot of this.
Well, this work didn't start until 1995 when my father was dying of cancer. And I went to the beach one day and I sat down on the shore and I said, oh God, something has to lift my spirits. And I saw this older woman playing in the surf like a child. And I realized that everyone has the same soul and spirit at 6 that they do at 60. And I went home and I did this little lady, little overweight, playing in the surf. And I couldn't decide if I should make her hair wet or dry. And I said, I'll put a bathing cap on her. Gave me a punch of color, strong shape, humor, and nostalgia.
Wow.
So that
says it all. What's the most of the materials on this? Is this acrylic or oil? Oil, nice.
On canvas. And I use my friends and family. This is my mother. This is my girlfriend Annie, her mother's best friend. This is my whole family, my aunt, my sister-in-law, my nieces, mother, Princess Anna, the family friend.